You do not want to be married and a few years down the line you look back and say you were better off a single person. You do not want to be married and wish you were never married or to this person. You do not want to be married and ask yourself, sorry, why did I get married again? Or where is this marriage going? Marriage is supposed to make you a better person and not the other way around. And that is why I've come up with a new series titled Lessons from the Book of Ruth, meaning Lessons from Ruth and Boaz. You're welcome to this very exciting episode of Finding Love. I am Grace Renner. Finding Love is a relationship and marriage show that instills the right foundation for marriage. It is a useful insight for anyone who is ready for the journey of marriage and desires to do it the way the Creator has designed it. Marriage is God's idea. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, maybe you're new or you've been a regular and you haven't still subscribed, please do subscribe. Just click the notification bell also so that whenever I post a video, you would always get a prompt. And then if you like this video, tap the like button, share and support my video as much as you can. So you're welcome. Sorry I've been away for a while, but I'm back with a bang. And I'll be right back. You're welcome back, guys. So like I said earlier, today we'll be talking about lessons from the book of Ruth and Boaz. Now, these lessons I learned helped to shape my life during my period of waiting to be, married to my husband. Before I even met my husband, I made myself conversant with the book of Ruth because I just felt like there was so much to learn from it, and I sucked in all the juice. And I'll be sharing with you the lessons I learned from the book of Ruth. Now, I've also subtitled it Traits to Look Out For in a Life Partner. So we'll be using the character of Ruth and Boaz as a standard, of what to look out for in a life partner. Now, number one character trait to look out for in a life partner is unconditional love and value for relationships. And we'll be looking at the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verse 16. So let's read it from here. It says, in the Living Bible, it says, "But Ruth replied, 'Don't make me leave you, for I want to go wherever you go, to live wherever you live. Your people shall be my people, and your God shall be my God.'" To love someone unconditionally means that you do not expect anything in return. Now, Ruth knew that her mother-in-law could no longer have any child, or at least could not have a child that would be ready to marry her. But she still insisted on staying. Even after her sister-in-law left, she said, "No, do not make me leave you." Now, unconditional love is a love that expects nothing in return, And the good thing about unconditional love is this, you're not bothered about the benefits or losses. You just stay with the person. Now, when people love you unconditionally, they're not really about what they can gain from you. Instead, they're just there to support you. They're there, for the sake of love. Unconditional love makes it very easy for people to forgive each other and move on. Now, a lot of marriages fail because people harbor offenses in their hearts when their partners offend them. Now, but unconditional love, looking at Ruth and Boaz, Ruth particularly, is one that makes you forgive easily, let go easily. It makes you accept somebody for who they are, and it makes certain issues out very, very easy. Now, it's important that you marry someone whose intentions are pure, someone who loves you unconditionally. Now, here are signs that you would use to know a person who loves you unconditionally. Number one, commitment. Commitment involves a person who is willing to put in the work to make it work. Someone who is dedicated to you and to the relationship. Someone who is there to nurture and make sure that the relationship advances. Someone who is there to make you a better person. So that is what commitment is. They're not only committed to, what they want to get out of the relationship, but committed to you and making sure that the relationship works. So that is one of the signs that you know that someone loves you unconditionally. Number two, acceptance. Now, anyone who loves you unconditionally will accept you for who you are. They will not need to change you or seek to change you to fit into what they want. They will love you the way you are, and they'll be proud of you. They'll be proud to show you off to their friends, to people who are important to them. Look at Ruth. Ruth knew that going back to Moab, with Naomi, was going to be a totally strange thing. The cultures are different, things are different, but she didn't mind all of that. She accepted Naomi and followed her to a totally new place. She was coming from a different place, but she followed her. to her own people. She opened her heart to her and accepted her. She was ready to accept anything, and that is what acceptance does. And it's important that you accept, your mate for who they are. Seeking to change it, you can't change anybody. Seeking to change anybody is a very frustrating journey. Okay, so first things first, don't even marry somebody who you are not okay with, whom you're not proud of, whom does not fit into your own, should I say, standard or quality, or spec for whom you want to be with as a life partner. So unconditional love, one of the signs is that the person would accept you for who you are. You will feel comfortable around the person. You will not feel any need to want to impress them or be a different person around them. Number three sign to look out for someone who loves you unconditionally is genuine love. Now, someone who loves you genuinely would, find it very easy to forgive you when you wrong them. Now, and they would extend their love to those you love. They will put you above them. They'll put you first in whatever they do. They'll consider you first. You would always be in their thoughts. Okay, whatever I'm doing, how does this positively affect this person? Or they will always make sure that you are always the first person to consider when they make decisions, when they take actions and things like that. So that's how to know someone who genuinely loves you. Number one, they love those you love, so they extend the love. So it's not like, oh, I love this girl and that's it. Her family members, I don't love them, or her friends. No, they have a favorable disposition towards your friends, your family, those you love. And then also, they put you above them. They put you above every other person. They want to make sure that you're satisfied before the other people. Okay, number four. Another sign to look out for a person who loves you unconditionally is the aspect of protection and provision. Now, someone who loves you unconditionally would, seek to protect you and to provide for you in the capacity that they can. They would always make sure that they have your back. They are loyal. I mean, look at Ruth, for example. Ruth went with her mother-in-law and then one day got up and said, you know what, let me go and look for where to glean free corn. She could have just sat down with her mother-in-law and said, you know what, we're both women, I'm used to being provided for. But she saw that there was a need, that the woman maybe at her age couldn't go out to farm anymore, and she felt, okay, yes, let me do this, and she took the role of a provider, at the capacity that she could. So someone who loves you unconditionally would seek to protect you and to provide for you. Now, in terms of protection, they are loyal. In terms of loyalty, they are not with you and looking for the next relationship to start with somebody else. No, they are loyal to the relationship. They are loyal to you and the relationship. So, these are signs to look out for when you want to know if somebody is in love with you or loves you unconditionally. So now we have talked about signs that you use to know a person who loves you unconditionally. Now let's talk about reasons why you should actually be with someone who values relationships, or what to expect when you're with someone who doesn't value relationship. Number one, they will take you for granted and treat the relationship with levity. They will even sometimes threaten you in the relationship. You would see that they do not value the relationship. Now, let me give a personal example. I dated someone sometime ago, I think my second relationship or so, and the major reason I let him go was because I realized that he did not have any value for relationships, not just our relationship, but the relationship. Not just our relationship, like I said, yes, but relationships in general. Now, why did I make this conclusion? Sometimes he would just turn off his phone and then you will not be able to reach him. He won't even warn me ahead of time that, you know what, I want to be incommunicado for maybe 2 weeks or 3 days or 4 days. He will just turn off his phone. I might go to his place to look for him. I will see maybe a friend or two saying, oh, I've been looking for so and so person. He's not around. Oh, he was supposed to do this for me. We agreed to meet today. I was supposed to pick up this thing and he's not around. I can't reach him. So I got fed up that this person doesn't value relationships, doesn't even value me as a person in his life, and he doesn't even value relationships. So these are things that you will see, if someone doesn't value relationships, and it is not good to be with someone that doesn't value relationships. Now, number two thing that you would observe from a person who doesn't value relationships is this: they would have problems managing their in-laws. Now, it's a normal thing. I'm saying normal because if I say it's not normal, then I am just, I'm not being honest. It's a normal thing sometimes for you not to get along with your in-laws because you're coming from different family backgrounds, different places. It's not like she's your brother or your sister or they're your family that came out from the same womb. Now, because growing up with your own siblings, over the time you have learned how to manage your differences, but coming to be with somebody else that you've met maybe at 30 or 25 or 26, you've used 25 years plus to get used to your own family. Now, getting to know the person and then them bringing on their own people, it's will definitely spike some, differences, it is normal for you not to get along with your in-laws. Now, but the good thing about being able to manage relationships or being someone who values relationship will be able to manage this relationship. It will not be easy, but because they value the relationship, they'll be able to manage it. I mean, Ruth was um Naomi's daughter-in-law, but you could see that she made an effort to manage their relationship. Number one, she showed her unconditional love, followed her everywhere she had to be, told her your people will be my people, where you die I will die. I mean, showed her, men, I am here for you. Then saw that there was a gap, no provision for food, and decided, okay, let me step in. Now, it takes someone who values relationship to be able to manage their relationship with their in-laws. So one of the signs of someone who, tends to not manage their relations with their in-laws is someone who doesn't value relationships. Now, I'm saying this because if you're not married, it's a good time to start to prepare your mind that yes, you and your in-laws might not totally agree, but make up your mind that I will manage my relationship with my in-laws. I will make sure to have a good relationship with my in-laws, no matter what. They will be my people, just the way Ruth decided with her mother-in-law. Now, number three signs, or reasons why you should not be with someone who doesn't value relationship is this. They will definitely have problems with your friends and cause you to have problems with your friends. Now, someone who doesn't value relationships might not be too receptive or accepting of your friends. So cases where you would normally have ignored some things, they would shed so much light on it that will cause you to begin to point out these things. And apart from that, where if you are someone who is very, very an extrovert, someone who loves having people around, and they have a problem with that, they will start to show attitude to your friends. Your friends begin to feel it that they do not like them around. Now, I've seen a lot of movies, Nigerian movies, foreign movies, where maybe the wife or the husband is not someone who really sends relationships, and then maybe the friends of the other ones come around. They even find it difficult to greet or even answer. Now, as a human being, when I come to your house and I notice that maybe your husband or your wife tends to just ignore me whenever I greet them, is a sure sign for me that they do not like me around, and things like this. And when you begin to have problems with your friends, you do not know where your favor would have come from. So it's important that you marry someone who, knows, who loves people, who loves to have people around. Not just having people around, but who will be accepting of your friends. They do not have to be friends with your friends per se, but they should be able to manage the relationship respectfully and cordially. So these are signs to look out for. Number four, you would be emotionally drained from being the only person in their lives. Now, it can be very, very tiring when the only person that one person has in their life is you. All their problems, they'll tell you. They won't have fun, they think about you. They do not spread their energy to other people, and too much of that energy can drain you as a human being. Now, it is said that men need space, and it's so true. In marriage, as in relationships, men need space. From time to time, be less available. Like they say, women get their cup full from being around people. Men get their cup full from spacing it or giving people space. Now, as a woman, if you want to be able to, sustain a healthy relationship with a man, you have to manage wanting to be around him all the time. That energy that you would have wanted to release on him to get filled up with, share with other people. Have friends, relate to your friends. Have people that you hang out with from time to time, your friends, female friends, whatever. Have them around so that you can spread your energy and gain it back, so that the man can be free. The same thing too, men should learn to manage to, to be available sometimes. Let there be a balance such that, you know, the relationship does not suffer. So so it's important that you're someone who values relationships so that you're able to manage your other relationships with other people so that your partner, your spouse, or your significant other does not get, drained from being the only person in your life. Okay? So number 5 reason not to be with someone who doesn't value relationship is because it could cause you to burn bridges and block your favor in the long run. Why did I say so? A lot of the times when people do not support maybe a friend that you have in your life, maybe they do not like that person, you might end up letting the person go. You might end up, having to separate from your friends, burn some bridges so that you could satisfy the person. And in the long run, whatever favor that you would have gotten from that person could be blocked. Okay, so it's important that you're with someone who values relationship. Like I said, they do not have to be friends with that person like you are with the person, but there is a cordial relationship where there's mutual respect for each other, so it's very, very important. Number 6, you would have a lot of explaining and explaining to do on their behalf. Why did I say so? Sometimes because they do not value that relationship, they might give certain attitude, or their energy might rub off on someone else the wrong way. Now, in your bid to wanting to, make sure that you do not see the person the wrong way, you have to start explaining, oh sorry, oh, she's not like this all the time. She's having, this is her season, or sorry, oh, and she lost her job, or sorry, oh, he did this, or sorry, oh, his boss did this one. You have to be explaining all the time, and it's very, very draining. So you don't want to put yourself in that place where you have to keep explaining someone's attitude, or explaining, to explain the way someone's, bad attitude. Okay, so it's important that you're with someone who values relationship. Now, number 7 and the last, being with someone who doesn't value relationship means that they will disrespect people you value. Meaning that, of course, they do not value relationships. So those people that you hold in high esteem, they won't really send. And at the end of the day, okay, let me use your mother for example. Maybe you marry someone who doesn't really value, she has always never valued relationships. She's always disrespected her mother. Trust me, what do you think will happen with your own mother? She will disrespect your mother. Or he doesn't value his father, and you get married to him, he would definitely disrespect your father. So people that you hold, people that you value, when you are with someone who doesn't really value relationships, they will disrespect people that you value. Okay, so at this point I would like to come to the end of this episode of Finding Love. On our next episode, we'll be talking more on character traits to look out for in a life partner, following Ruth and Boaz as a standard. Okay, I am Grace Renner. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please support your girl, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Before I leave you, I have a prayer group for anyone who is ready. Anyone who wants to pray for their spouse, or anyone who is single and believing God for a life partner, or a parent who wants to pray for their children and the future of their children and things like that. There have been loads of testimonies, trust me. People have met their mates, from time to time I've been posting testimonies on the previous episodes. So you do not want to miss out on an opportunity, to pray corporately. So if it's something you're interested in, you never know, your own blessing might come from it. So WhatsApp the number on this screen saying that you're interested. Please say, hi, I'm interested in joining the prayer group. As straightforward as that. You could introduce yourself, no problem, but don't just say hi. Let me know why you are messaging me. All right, thank you so much. Bye.